Hey everybody, welcome back to Cycling in Summerville. So today we're not going to be looking at a route, but rather a project I've been working on for the past 3 months. As you can see, this is Google Maps, but you can see that it has an overlay with all these different colors on it. What all these different colors are different roads, streets, and pieces of infrastructure that I would consider to be a part of Dorchester County and Summerville's cycling network. Each of these colors usually denotes some type of safety or a different type of infrastructure. If we take a look here, we can see that the Sawmill Branch Trail is in green, the same way it would be on Google Maps. It is listed as a trail and multi-use path. You can also look at the other areas as well. Blue counts as low speed bike streets, low congestion streets, and some infrastructure. Think protected bike lanes or just streets that, naturally speaking, don't really you're not going to see a ton of cars rushing through here. So you can see these residential neighborhoods right here to get from Bacon's Bridge to Old Trolley Road. I've ridden these streets myself. I've vetted a lot of these streets, and I try not to add something that I've never ridden before. Hopefully, crowdsourcing from the community locally in Summerville and through you guys would be a lot more helpful to identify, these roads and stuff like that. The link in the description will have a Google form where people can do just that. But also, if we take a look here, we also have black, which is unprotected bike lanes, shared roads, and busier streets. Pretty much these areas are, try not to be on here for the entire length of the route, but if you need to be on here for 30 seconds, 45 seconds, that's okay. You're probably not going to feel uncomfortable there. Purple is to ride on the sidewalk, whether it's due to safety concerns with the bike lanes. If you've ever ridden on Old Trolley Road, over here, this bike lane it's much more narrow than the one here on Bacon's Bridge because the gutter sticks out more. So this is more of like a recommendation, like, hey, you need to ride on the sidewalk here because it's just safer than being in the actual bike lane, especially on a 40 mile per hour. So speed is usually considered. And then there's walking on the sidewalk. There are certain small stretches or areas where it's just not really safe. A road or area will be too skinny, say like this bridge to walk into the Sunoco. And so those are the main colors. We also have curb crossings and shortcuts. So if we go here, this is right behind the Aldi's. And this right here is a curb crossing. If you cut through this apartment complex, and this is a little island median, you can get off your bike, go over the island median, and then instead of on a bike having to take the main road, you're able to just cut through right here. And then here's another shortcut as well in teal that allows you to take a look at this picture where you can see that right here you can go right through and you're able to actually access the Main Street and are able to walk across over to, say, Starbucks. I'm working on getting more pictures and getting the map more polished, but for now, for the last 3 months, it's just been getting routes that can connect you from one area to another. If the videos are a little too slow or it just takes too long for you to, wait on these videos, this is a much faster way for you to get acquainted with the area. And this is something that I implore you to actually, share. There's also safety warnings as well. So if we look over here, I consider this area a very treacherous junction point on the sidewalk because if you know where this spot is, you can have a car coming out into the median, a car coming up here, and on the other side in North Main Street, someone trying to take a left. There's too many conflict points for a car, let alone a bike, to actually be subjected to. And it's also awkward getting from the sidewalk onto the road here. So I actually recommend people to take this area and just go around. That way they can see traffic coming up on their left and they can smoothly merge. Another example would be this shortcut as well. There's actually a gravel area that's pretty good for commuter bikes as well. So those are some examples of some of the ways that I've focused on creating this cycling map. There will be a Google form in the description, and I hope that you guys will be able to share this, get some use out of it, and hopefully to add on to it. So thank you for watching, and I hope that this becomes useful to you guys.